Most experts believe that more Christians are being persecuted around the world than ever before. The Open Doors organization said in a recent report that roughly 215 million Christians are being persecuted because of their faith. This represents 1 in 12 Christians worldwide. North Korea is the #1 culprit for persecution, but radical Islam in the Middle East is not too far behind. Looking at the top 10 countries showing the highest rate of Christian persecution, Islamic oppression causes persecution in 8 of them: Pakistan, Sudan, Somalia, Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran, Libya, and Yemen. The Archbishop of Canterbury, the Most Reverend Justin Welby, says Christians in these countries are on the brink of imminent extinction. They face daily threats of murder, and that Christians are in the worst situation since the Mongol invasions of the 13th century. In these countries, it's found that every day 6 women are raped, sexually harassed, or forced into marriage to a Muslim with the threat of death because of their Christian faith. The Church of England has called on the UK to take in more Christian refugees. However, last year, only 1 in 400 Syrian Christian refugees were given asylum in the UK. North Korean Christians face daily horrors, such as being hung on crosses over fire, being thrown into labor camps, crushed under steamrollers, imprisoned, thrown off bridges, and being trampled underfoot. Back in the Middle East, they face torment from Muslims enforcing Islamic Sharia law. It calls for jihad against non-Muslims. Christians there also suffer under heavy taxation, torture, imprisonment, and beheading. Iraq and Syria, in particular, have almost completely eliminated the area's Christian population. Then there's the long history of Christian persecution in China. Beginning 20 years ago or so, it looked like Chinese government officials were willing to soften their persecution of Christians there. They allowed state-approved churches to operate, and Bibles were allowed to be printed and intermittently distributed to worshipers. While the unapproved house churches were heavily scrutinized, it seemed that for a while that the government was willing to relax raids and their disbanding. However, that has all changed over the last half of 2018. Christians in both the approved and unapproved churches are facing persecution again. The crackdown has been done to protect the Communist Party's tentacles of power and influence. Just as recently as December 6, 2018, the International Christian Concern learned about local authorities raiding a house church in Jiangxi province on December 2nd. Bibles were confiscated and chair stools removed from the church where Sunday services were to be held. Other churches reported that these items were taken during services. Buildings have been demolished and Bibles burned. It seems as though authorities don't want the house churches from congregating at all. And even in approved state churches, crosses have been taken down and removed. This has led to violent confrontations between police and worshipers trying to protect their most treasured church symbol. Local party authorities denied the crackdown on Christianity. They say demolitions are part of a broader campaign to target illegal structures in the parts of China. However, leaked documents show that many churches are being singled out to curtail Christianity's influence in society. Persecution against Christians is not new, though the stark number of believers affected is higher than ever. Throughout the ages, Christians have been crucified, stoned, burned at the stake, ravaged by wild animals, beheaded, and so on. Jesus' words to the persecuted church encouraged the early believers to hold fast to the faith, and they still offer hope today. Be faithful until death, and I will give you the crown of life. Pray for the martyred Christians suffering around the world. This is H.A. Graves.